let y'all know, put some respect on my name. Put some respect on it. When y'all say my name, put some respect on it. Put some respect on it. I ain't gonna say it no more. And I ain't gonna say it no more. I ain't got no more talking. That's right.
Alright, so let's make this clear again. Alright, we're doing promotions. So if you're not calling my number to say SouFlo, I need you to promote this for me and how much is it going to cost, then don't call the number at all. This promotion goes out for projects, artist projects, singles, albums, mixtape, bio read, exposure, YouTube channel, businesses. If you're a tailor, dressmaker, mechanic, barbershop, restaurant, party promoters, all them things there, we're doing promotions. Alright? And the number to call is right there. Call that number and say, SouFlo, what can you do for me? How can you promote this thing here for me? This is what I want you to do for me, and how much is it going to cost me? That's it. That's it. No with the one bag of long talking. It will start right here with a phone call and it will end up all on SouFLoTV@gmail.com, because that is where you're going to have to send me all your pictures and everything else so I can put the thing together properly and dash it out there for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Alright, so a promo we're dealing with, right? We're dealing with promotion. Okay? Catch you then. Alright, so welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. This story is about, the headline says, a woman disappears after meeting man online. Shout out to the Star, because I'm sourcing this information from the Star, even though it's also printed in a U.S. newspaper as well, the Montgomery Advisor. So, when Patricia Kelly's daughter, people, this story is bizarre. I read it just before I'm going to read it to you, just to familiarize myself so I won't be mumbling, stumbling over words that I can't pronounce. And just the whole story is bizarre. I want you to tell me in the comment section if you think that this girl or this woman's daughter is alive, or and she's just disconnected from her mom and her mom is not telling us the truth, or do you think that she is actually dead and is one of the victims of this man right here? So, when Patricia Kelly's daughter, Neresia Kelly, disappeared from social media and failed to contact her, she became extremely worried. However, her fears grew tremendously after she learned that earlier this year, Neresia's boyfriend was charged with the stabbing death of another woman in Alabama. Although she is praying for the safe return of her only daughter, the distraught mother said that she has little hope that Neresia will be found alive. You know, a lot of the times they say a mother knows, like she have that intuition, she can feel when something's wrong with her child. You know what I'm saying? So her mom is saying that she has little hope. She's hoping she's alive, but she has little hope. She is my only daughter and I love her very much. My heart is hurting. My heart is telling me that she is not alive, but I really hope that she will emerge alive. We are both from Jamaica and we migrated in 1993. So a long time, them they are foreign then. So it was always us. We have a very good relationship, she said. Quite honestly, a lot of parents might see the relationship one way or try to make people believe that it's one way. I've always been a good mom. I've always been a good dad. Me and my children are close, and then when you meet the children, you're like, when last you spoke to your mom? And they're like, we don't really talk like that. Kelly explained that her 36-year-old daughter met her boyfriend on a dating website in 2017. And that was when everything changed. So 2 years ago. She didn't speak much about him, and he is the only guy that she dated that I ever met. So she's dated guys before, she's never introduced them to her mom. She didn't speak much about him, and he's the only guy that she dated that I never met. So she's dated guys before. My wife in the background saying, read it again, babe. And she must think my make a mistake. Anyway, yeah, I just pick my nose. People do it. Stop. She didn't speak much about him, and he is the only guy that she dated that I never met. So she's dated guys before.
Exactly. And then she has
always met them.
Yeah.
Thank you, babe.
You're welcome.
Oh God. She didn't speak much about him, and he's the only guy, red flag. She's dated that I never met. You know what, ladies? If you're dating somebody and you're thinking that it's that serious, cause no, so no dash from man enough time. Y'all got them little users. You know what I mean? You might use them for this or use them for that or whatever, and you already know in your mind. Let's be real. This ain't gonna be one that's gonna last. I won't even waste the effort to go introduce you to my family and all that, because you won't be around for that long, kind of thing. So, but if it's ever to the point where you feel like you want to introduce, anytime a woman wants to introduce you to her family, it must be serious in her head. It must be serious, unless she come from a loose family and her family is used to her just bringing home a whole bunch of different partners. But if she's from a well-structured family, or at least some kind of okay family, yeah, she's not gonna bring home every guy she ever dates or ever has encounters with them. Cause some man love going like when they don't have encounters. She's not gonna bring home any and every guy. She's just gonna bring home the who she think is gonna be around for a long time. So, ladies, if you ever with somebody and after a while you decide, say, you're the one, I want to bring you to meet my mom, and this guy's telling you don't want to meet your parents, nobody in your red flag. Big red flag, a matter of fact. Because every decent guy actually wants to meet. Test the waters, go ask. I ask my audience to leave it in the comment section below. Am I wrong or right? Every decent guy who is with a female that they really truly want to be with, and you see future with this female, you want to meet her family, the rest of her family, mom, dad, brother, sister, so on and so forth, eventually, right? All right. Mom said she didn't speak much about him, and he is the only guy that she dated that I have never met. She lived close to me in Queens, New York. Well, then again, babe, I don't really know her because what? She brought every guy she ever dated to go see her mom? I mean, and how many? Well, her mom said he's the only guy she's dated she never met.
The only one where she probably think it's serious, so probably.
No, she never meet him though.
Yeah. So all the other guys that her daughter felt like they were serious, you know, that she saw a future with them would meet her mom.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and they've been together for how long? So it's kind of weird that she haven't met him.
My audience, understand what I'm saying here. If this is the only guy that she has dated that her mom has never met, that means every other guy that the daughter has dated, she has taken to meet her mom. So either the daughter did think that every other man she ever dated was serious and potential. Then again, we don't know her track record. Maybe she only dated 3 guys in her how many years, and you know what I'm saying, or 2 guys or whatever. Maybe she never bring a bag of man go meet her mother. So that's why her mom thought that. And again, she might have had encounters but never thought they were worthy of going to meet the mom. So again, yes, red flag. She lived close to me in Queens, New York, so she was always at my house. She told me he was very spiritual and he would know if she was lying. Red flag. Big red flag. I sense manipulation. I sense weird vibes here. I was a little bit sarcastic about it and I asked her if she had met Miss Cleo. She said. Kelly said Naricia was seeking a new apartment, but she was quite surprised when she decided to relocate to New Jersey. So she wanted to move away from Queens and go to New Jersey. 2 days after she moved, she began to change dramatically. Her phone number changed, her social media page changed, and then was deleted. She stopped talking to all of her family and friends that she had, and she left her job. At this point, I would think she was dead. but I guess there were signs of her still being alive. She stopped talking to all her family and friends that she had, and she just left her job. That type of behavior is unlike my daughter, the mom says, as she is family oriented and has a very bubbly personality. You know, I've had female friends that weren't really friends but associates per se, because friends is a very deep word, but I've had female associates that were very bubbly, and they would see you out in public and, hi, how you doing? If they hadn't seen you in a while, like a couple of weeks or whatever, they'll run up to you and give you a hug, and then a month or two would pass and you wouldn't see them, and then you would buck up into them, you would run into them at like the grocery store, say Walmart or somewhere, and you would notice that she's with a new guy, and she would give you this eye, like, you're like, hey sis, how you doing? Or hey girl, what's going on? And she would look like, try to give you that kind of eye. Like, I don't know why females put themselves with these kind of men, but like, don't say nothing else to me, he's gonna freaking strangle me. So I don't know, maybe she got one of those. That type of behavior is unlike my daughter though. In a desperate attempt to find Neresia, Kelly said that she hired a private investigator, and the private investigator informed her that her daughter's boyfriend was a registered sex offender and had charges in the Philippines. Have you seen any pictures of this guy, babe?
No, babe. That's why I put out the story, because I want actual more information.
Yeah. I want to know if is he black, is he white, is he Filipino, Asian? He has sex charges in the Philippines. He's a sex offender. Now, is he a sex offender of minors, or is he a rapist of grown women? I ran to the police station and I told them that what I knew, but when they went to the apartment that she was living at, they were not home. Her boyfriend would later find me on Messenger and send me a video of them at the police station. And my daughter was telling the cops that I was abusive to her and that her dad had molested her. All those were lies. Clearly, she had been brainwashed, Kelly said. Very weird. Very weird. I can't picture what might have been going on here. Because if you're a grown woman and a man is telling you can't talk to your family anymore, you got to change your number. You can't even work at the same place that you used to work at. You have to quit your job. Did she go into a cult? Is she with, I don't know. Anyways, the story gets weirder. So since the last time she saw and he sent a video from them at the police station and videoed it while her daughter was speaking to the police, telling the police all these things. That in itself is an intimidation factor. Since the last time she saw her daughter in 2017, Kelly said Neresia's boyfriend posted bizarre videos of her and the woman, which is his wife, that he allegedly stabbed to death. Both women appeared separately on Facebook videos reading statements that people were trying to defame the man. So both of them were talking in his defense, reading statements saying people were trying to defame him. So was he like taking these women and making them say what he wanted them to say in these taped messages that he would post on social media? This is very bizarre.
To make sure that he doesn't look like he doesn't look guilty.
And were these live videos or were these pre-taped? Because at the time she was watching this, her daughter could have well have been gone, dead. So the Star newspaper out of Jamaica said they also viewed a Facebook page which allegedly belongs to the boyfriend, which showed a woman who Kelly did identify as her daughter lying on a bed. That post was made on January 25th. Now, like I said, that picture could have been taken November, December, some other time, but it was posted that time. You know what I'm saying? The internet can be an evil place, and behind the computer, evil may be lurking. My daughter was coached by this man, and you can even hear it on the social media page. One woman has already lost her life under his hands, and I am not sure if my daughter is one of his victims also, she said. According to the Montgomery Advisor, the police has charged him with murder after his wife was stabbed 38 times at a hotel in Eastern Boulevard in Alabama on March 27th. So your daughter was his side piece, or your daughter, he was estranged from his wife, still married legally but living with your daughter? I guess that's what it was. He was estranged legally but still living with her daughter, but still married on paper to, and probably went to go meet up or still had relations with his wife, and something went wrong in a hotel room, and because her stabbing happened during the time that he was supposed to be with your daughter. Weird. Following his arrest, he has been transported to the Montgomery County Detention Facility, where he is being held on a $150,000 bond.
Black woman, the least protected.
Let me tell you what. Like this.
What a thing. I don't think the Montgomery police is taking this very serious, or they don't care.
That's what you think?
Yeah.
Well, what are they supposed to do though?
Go do a wellness check on her, make sure she's alive.
On who?
On the girl.
I'm sure they've done that, babe.
Babe. But why haven't they told her mom that so she can stop?
So Brains is saying she don't think they're taking this seriously, like law enforcement. This is America, trust me. The first thing they did was did a wellness check to try to find out if she's okay or whatever. She's probably a missing person now to them as well, and they're probably looking for her as well, right? Or could it be a case of they have found her, because you also have this right legally. They have found her, but she wishes to remain hidden. So she can legally tell the police like this: listen, my mom, she plays a very good role. She pretends that she's normal, but this is a woman that raised me. She's psycho as hell, and I was able to break away from her, and I don't want to go anywhere around her. I don't even want her to know where I live. I don't even want her to know that I exist. I don't even want... They are not, by law, they are not required to give. And it could be even... It could be even... No, it could be even wrong for the police to give out that information, like, oh, we found her, she's good. How come she's not talking to you? She lives on 21st and 14th Street in apartment 47 in the Venetian's buildings. They can't do that. They can't do that. What I'm going to say before I close this video, though, is this. It's modern times, and we're doing things a bit differently. This whole meeting online thing, though. If you're gonna do, man, even that could come up faulty. Brains was saying if you're gonna meet someone online, do background check. But even if you're gonna do that, that could come up faulty. You know what I'm saying? People pre-plan and scour and erase, and there's so many ways out there for people to. How do you know if you're not dealing with a computer genius, hacker / psycho / serial killer, knows how to cover tracks online, knows how to put propaganda information out there about themselves online? You know what I'm saying? So you're doing a background check thinking you're getting real truth about the person, and it's stuff that they've made up about themselves and masked what was put out there. He's a registered sex offender. He did 10 years over here for attempted murder. He's this and that. And all that stuff, you don't see it. And you become the next victim. The only advice I can give about meeting someone online and diving into a relationship is, if you meet someone online, I mean, we live in modern times. Things have changed. But if you meet someone online, don't be so quick to go meet them in person. You know what I'm saying? And if you start meeting in person at public places. And then, someone is so, please, someone is so horny and so wanty. You meet someone online and you say, SouFlo said meet in a public place. So you go meet at Wingstop and you have a couple of wings and 2 drinks. And next thing you're going back to this person's house. And there you have it. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about take time. Meet a couple of times, different locations, public places. Have good conversations, texting, speaking, voice call, video chat. You know what I'm saying? What's behind you? Let me see your surroundings. Them kind of something there. And then eventually go into slowly. I'm sure she didn't do all that. I'm sure she didn't do all that. But I think after reading that, I think she's alive. You think she's alive, babe? You think she dead? Brain said me think she dead. I think she's alive. I think she does not want to be found. Either that, or if she's dead, she was dead a long time ago. Leave your comments in the comment section. Tell me what you think about this one. This is extremely bizarre. It's SouFLoTV, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell me your own internet stories. Have you ever met anyone online? Did you go out on a date with them? Did you end up in a relationship with them? Were they cuckoo, crazy? Was it somebody that had to bolt and leave? Or was it someone that things worked out or things didn't work out, but it was all good? It made me feel like, okay, online dating is not so dangerous. I would do it again, kind of thing. Leave your comments in the comment section below. I'm out. Peace.